On a bright Monday morning in July 1986, a young estate agent stepped out to meet a client called Mr. Kipper. She was never seen again. Suzy Lamplugh was 25 years old, ambitious, confident, described by everyone who knew her as someone who lit up a room. She worked for Sturgis estate agents in Fulham, West London, and on the 28th of July she logged an appointment in her diary, a viewing at 37 Shorolds Road. The client's name, Mr. Kipper. She left the office just before noon. She never returned. When Suzy failed to come back that afternoon, colleagues assumed she'd gone straight home. But when her flatmate found her car abandoned on Stevenage Road, unlocked, her purse still inside, alarm bells rang immediately. Suzy would not have left her car like that. Something was deeply wrong. Detectives launched what became one of the largest missing persons investigations Britain had ever seen. Over 300 officers were involved at its peak. Her face was on every front page. The public searched parks, wasteland, rivers. Nothing. The name Mr. Kipper yielded nothing concrete. No appointment book at Sturgis matched a genuine client by that name. House records showed no scheduled viewing at Shorolds Road that day. Whoever Suzy had gone to meet had constructed a ghost. One name kept surfacing during the investigation: John Cannan. A convicted rapist with a pattern of targeting professional women, Cannan was released from Wormwood Scrubs just 3 days before Suzy vanished. A nickname used by associates, Kipper. It was the kind of detail that stops you cold. Detectives interviewed Cannan extensively. He denied any involvement. Without a body, without physical evidence placing him at the scene, no charges were ever brought in connection with Suzy's disappearance. Cannan was later convicted of the murder of Shirley Banks in 1988 and remains in prison to this day. He has never admitted to anything concerning Suzy Lamplugh. In 1994, after 7 years, Suzy was formally declared dead, presumed murdered. Her body has never been found. In 2018, police excavated the garden of a property in Pershore, Worcestershire, linked to Cannan. They found nothing. But this case is about more than one woman's disappearance. It changed the way Britain thought about workplace safety. Suzy's parents, Paul and Diana Lamplugh, refused to let their daughter's name be forgotten. In 1986, the same year she vanished, they founded the Suzy Lamplugh Trust, a charity dedicated to personal safety that still operates today, nearly 4 decades later. Because of their work, lone working policies were introduced across industries. Estate agents began operating under buddy systems. The trust has influenced legislation, trained millions of people, and saved lives that will never know they were saved. Diana Lamplugh campaigned with a quiet, devastating dignity until her death in 2020. She never stopped hoping. She never stopped pushing. The case also forced a reckoning with how seriously police and employers had treated women's safety in professional environments. In 1986, it was routine for estate agents, predominantly young women, to meet total strangers at empty properties alone, with no check-in procedure, no record of client identity. Suzy's disappearance made that negligence impossible to ignore. So where does the case stand today? Officially, it remains open. John Cannan is the only named suspect. He is now in his 70s, still imprisoned, still silent on the matter of Suzy Lamplugh. Thames Valley Police and the Metropolitan Police have both reviewed the case in recent years. Without a body, securing a prosecution remains extraordinarily difficult under English law. There are people who believe Suzy's remains are still out there, waiting to be found. There are families who know what that particular kind of not knowing does to a person across decades. Suzy Lamplugh deserved to come home from work that day. She did not. And the questions her disappearance raised, about who we trust, about the dangers hiding in ordinary moments, about the duty institutions owe to the people working within them, those questions have never fully gone away. If you want to support the work the Suzy Lamplugh Trust continues to do, we'll leave a link in the description below. If this case is new to you, or if you've followed it for years, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the Cordon for new episodes every week. Calm, careful, and respectful coverage of the cases that matter. We'll see you next time.